Google just made one of the biggest moves yet to turn Gemini from a chatbot into something that can actually get things done for you. And I mean actually done. Booking a table, grabbing concert tickets, finding a doctor. Not just telling you how to do it, but doing it. Stick around, because by the end of this video you will know exactly which apps are joining Gemini, what they let you do, and the one part of this announcement almost nobody is talking about. That last part matters more than you think, so do not skip ahead. Let's set the scene. This announcement dropped during Google's Made by Google event, the same event where the company unveiled new Pixel hardware. But buried inside all that hardware talk was a software update that could quietly change how millions of people use their phones every single day. Google confirmed that Gemini has now crossed 1 billion monthly active users. 1 billion. That makes it the fastest growing product in the company's history. And instead of just resting on that number, Google used the moment to announce a huge batch of new connected apps rolling out over the next few weeks. So what exactly is a connected app? Think of it like account linking, but smarter. You turn on a service inside Gemini. You give it permission to access your account there. And from that point on, Gemini can act on that service whenever you ask. Instead of opening 5 different apps to plan a night out, you just talk to Gemini once, and it handles the rest. That is the pitch anyway. Google's own language for this is that you can plan, create, and tackle your to-do list all in one place. The bigger goal here is turning Gemini from something that answers questions into something that actually completes tasks for you. Now let's get into the list, because this is a big one. 30 new partners are joining Gemini, spread across 4 categories. First up, productivity and creativity. This bucket includes Granola, Otter.ai, and Wix. Granola and Otter are both meeting transcription and note-taking tools. So imagine asking Gemini to summarize a meeting you just had without ever opening the app yourself. Wix is the website builder, and Google says you'll be able to edit your website directly through Gemini as well. Next, local and entertainment, which is honestly the category most people are going to care about. This includes Fever, Get Your Guide, Localiza, OpenTable, and Ticketmaster. With these connected, Gemini can book local experiences, rent you a car, reserve your dinner, and search for event tickets. Ticketmaster alone is a massive deal here, because it means you could theoretically ask Gemini to find and grab tickets to a show without ever touching the Ticketmaster app or website. OpenTable works the same way for restaurant reservations, though it's worth noting Google has currently scoped that integration to the UK, so availability elsewhere is still up in the air. Localiza, for context, is a Brazilian car rental company, so that piece is mostly relevant if you're traveling in or around Brazil. Third category, music. iHeartRadio and Pandora are joining the lineup, which means Gemini will be able to discover new stations and stream your playlists directly. If you've ever wanted to just say, play something chill, and have it happen without opening a separate app, this is that. And finally, home, health, and lifestyle. This is where things get really interesting. Angi and Thumbtack are joining to help you find home service professionals. So booking a plumber or an electrician could soon be a conversation instead of a search. But the standout here is ZocDoc. Google is calling ZocDoc its first health appointment partner inside the Gemini app. That means you could ask Gemini to find and book a doctor's appointment through ZocDoc's provider network, all from inside a normal chat. Put all of that together, and you can start to see the shape of where Google wants Gemini to go. It's not trying to be a smarter search engine anymore. It's trying to be the one interface you use to run your actual life. Book the appointment. Reserve the table. Grab the tickets. Play the music. All from one thread. Now here's the part one promised you at the top. The part that's easy to gloss over in the excitement of a big feature list. Look at what these apps actually know about you. Otter and Granola hold transcripts of your private meetings. ZocDoc holds your appointment history, which can reveal exactly which specialists you're seeing and why. Angi and Thumbtack know your home address and what kind of work you're having done there. OpenTable knows where you eat and, often, who you're eating with. Turning on a connected music app is a low-stakes decision. Turning on your health appointment history or your home address is a completely different category of decision. And here's the thing. Google's announcement post walks through what each app does in detail. But it says almost nothing about how that data is stored, shared, or protected once it starts flowing into Gemini. No mention of retention policies. No mention of who else might see it. That silence is worth paying attention to before you start flipping these toggles on. To be fair to Google, this is still early. The company has only said the rollout will happen over the next few weeks, with no exact dates and no full list of which countries get which apps first, aside from that OpenTable UK note. So some of what I just described might not be live in your region on day one. If you're outside the US or UK, patience might be required here. So here's my honest take. As a convenience feature, this is genuinely impressive, and it puts real pressure on Alexa, Siri, and every other assistant that's been slower to add this kind of deep third-party integration. Being able to book a table, grab tickets, and schedule a doctor's visit from one conversation is the kind of thing that sounds small until you actually live with it for a week. But before you connect everything in sight, think about which of these 13 apps are actually worth handing account access to, and which ones you'd rather keep separate until Google says more about how that data is handled. If you found this breakdown useful, drop a comment and tell me which connected app you're most likely to turn on first, or if you're holding off entirely. Hit subscribe if you want the follow-up video once these integrations actually start rolling out, because you can bet I'll be testing them the moment they go live. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.